What's going on, everybody? God bless you all. The one-handed prayer. Somebody was asking about this. I love you guys. I appreciate all your comments and perspectives. My phone had to charge, so I was on here a little later. Hey, boss. And it is October 12th, 2025. It's the sun, it didn't show its face, but it is just turned light out. Hello, Simon, Fleming. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hello, Carol. Hello, Outlaw. Yeah, and funny enough, my birthday is in 3 days. Yeah. But I'm not doing anything special for that. Yeah. And I'm a little bit off today just because of the sequence of events. But it didn't stop me from coming here. So spread the love of God, your very life. Don't hold back your happiness. Don't restrict your love. Because when you do this, you restrict your life. You're limiting the possibilities of your life. You're limiting your happiness. And then you're not going to feel your best. I look like Post Malone. Basically, yeah. And God bless everybody. Is it cold? No, it's not that cold. It's not that cold. It was like the last couple mornings. And it's actually colder in my house, usually. Yeah. Hello, Khalib. Yeah. If anyone has any questions or things they want to talk about, the the best thing to know is to reach for love, to be open to it. God, He has everything. Life already has everything, depending on how you view it. But there's one thing that it doesn't have: life and God. And It wants your love. It's the whole reason you're here. God's already here. Love is already here. But he wants you to find this. I love saying this. He wants you to express this. He wants you to feel this. Life itself wants you to be happy. So we should search. We have to give God love. Because that's what he wants. We are his children. We are the love of life. And we are God's love. Hello, Stuart. Hello, Mick. Sign. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys. The greatest thing is that you're alive right now. There's nothing outside of the life you are. Everything is incoming. You feel everything from in your body, all your emotions and ideas. But the very fundamental feel of your life, it is above your emotions. You have a fundamental feel of your life, and you can feel your life so much that you actually become it. You are aware of it. And then you actually stop thinking, and you actually know who Christ is. You know all about reality. You know God. You feel the life that you are. This doesn't need evidence. Science may not be able to prove this because it's a feel and you have to experience it. And it doesn't matter what anybody says. And this is proof that it's real. It's the ultimate experience. And whatever you're doing in your life is trying to get to this. So even if you are thinking, there's a fundamental life that you are, and it is a liveliness. And if you tap into this, all the answers will come to you. God will always be on your side. Life will be on your side. And it's all there ever is. You may divide yourself from everything, but that's a false. It's just not true. Because you are the feel of all of this. You are intrinsically connected to everybody and everything. I do read chat. Carl's second place. Elise, yeah, Jesus doesn't care if you're A. Yeah, I mean, you're beyond your sexual preference. Animals, they have sex with the same gender. You're beyond gender. That's no one really cares about that. That's just society or someone trying to separate you. And you have the feminine and the masculinity. It's inside everybody. They work together. Yeah. Are you drinking a hair tonic? No. Great question. But you can but you can get this too if you just let all this grow. See what you really look like. And there are ways to grow your hair and enhance it. I appreciate you all for being here. God bless you. And I seen that donation. Thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to cut my hair, but I'm going to give that donation to the world. So thanks for that. Yeah, I'm never going to cut my hair, fortunately. Humans are animals. Yeah, that's why they grow animal-like features, and why most people act like animals. We are here to transcend this. So while we have this animal nature in us, it's represented with the genitals. We're meant to actually rise above this, which is to the non-physical. That's why it's hard to come to and rise above, because you can't see this, but eventually you can see. What's crazy? People called me crazy. Just taking people's ammo and psh, psh, quack quack, aiming it back at them. People want to say stuff to me. That's fine, but sometimes I'm gonna rub it back in their faces. And I am crazy. I actually like when people call me crazy. It's a compliment. Yeah. And I'm so happy, and I've always been so high off of life that people say I do drugs, which that's actually really a great compliment. But that's not on my mind. It's on their mind. At least many will say you're crazy. Yeah, I get crazy just for walking. Hello, God and Goddess energy. Uh, some people say I talk too slow. Maybe you're moving too fast. Some people like to say I'm crazy. Maybe I think you're crazy. The thing is, if you can actually capture your mind and just hold on to your thoughts, you can bend reality like the Neo and Matrix. You can do anything with your mind, but people get subdiverted. They cling to a negative thought or a belief, and then they let it run their whole life. But the whole thing is you can change your thought immediately. You could think you're happy. You could think about a hot dog. Then you can think about a salamander. I can say I hate Donald Trump. Okay. Then I can say I love Donald Trump. Which thought is right? Which thought is wrong? They're simply just a thought. And you can create it and change it anytime. So people think this about me. It's usually just negative. Or they can think something good about me. But what I'm saying is, you just create the thought. If you have a negative thought, then you feel negative. If you have a positive thought, then you feel good. And it's that simple. More importantly, if you have some focus or concentration, you can make any thought anytime you want. Most people, they have one thought, which it isn't them. Then they value the thought. They make it a grand thought. Oh, or a small value. And your thought ends up being a limited experience. It's just one perspective you have. And when it's negative, people buy in to this one limited negative thought. And usually they go on days. Some go on their whole life. My hair looks like on something else. Thank you, Jaden and Poppy. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. God bless you. Yeah. We're all special the way we are. Wait, I know where you are. Well, I have to be somewhere. Yeah. I cannot be nowhere. It's nice there, Jason Jones. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the best places, honestly. The best place is where you are at. Yeah. In Euphoria or any of the moderators, you don't have to really block time anybody out. Only if they have negative spam, or if somebody's like commenting just way too much, like in a row. Yeah. Negative spam. So I can take the "Are you son of Sasquatch?" Yeah, you don't think, it thinks you. Yeah. I know some people have weird comments and da 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 da, but it doesn't really bother me. And I know sometimes if it's overwhelming, it can bother the chat. And I appreciate all you guys. I'm not having deep, weird thoughts, Muffle Moose. That's just something you're creating and something you're assuming without even knowing me. And which one of those thoughts were weird, quote unquote? But other people bring other people into the live, basically, so just watch for the negative spam. Yeah. Yeah, I get that, Euphoria. Yeah, I do love life, Spartacus. Now I'm just like spreading the life. I'm not going to like go live off grid, even though it sounds fun and happy, because I've simply always been this way. And once you get happy, and especially once you feel God, you can't really get more happy. Yeah. It's not the activity that brings you happiness, because the happiness, it's already inside of you. It's already emanating out of you. Even if an activity does give you happiness, well, where is it? You still feel it inside of you. So it's not happening outside of you. And I do love my life, Spartacus. Yeah. It's natural to do. Everybody loves their life, or they're trying to love their life, because what keeps us alive is actually love. There's nothing else. And when you hate or you don't love what you're doing and you resist life, then you don't love your life. You don't feel this. And again, everybody wants to love. Yeah. Love has two sides. I mean, if you're talking about a polarity, yes. Hello, Ra. Yeah. And I've just always, before, you got to figure, when I was a teenager, all kids and toddlers love their life. It's just natural. So why aren't people that are growing up after like teenager, why don't they love their life anymore? It's naturally there. There is really no effort. You have to force to hate. You have to put in effort to judge. And then it makes you feel like poop. It makes you feel constricted. And then you can't feel the happiness that you actually are. It's naturally flowing out of you. This guy is an acid. Yeah. Hello, Chewy. Yeah. There's no need for money or war, because there is definitely enough money. And when we feel the inside of ourselves, as a child does, but when you grow up, the only difference is you're becoming aware. A child is not aware of himself. So this is the whole story of life. Quack, quack. It's to become aware of your actions, how they make you feel. It's to become aware of your thoughts, so you don't project negatively. And ultimately, you don't create a reality you don't like. Yeah. War only comes from trying to control somebody. But if you feel the love inside of you, there's no reason to hate. You're naturally not going to hate. You can't love and hate at the same time. It's not possible. But more importantly, anyone that tries to outwardly get love or happiness, they're going to be in for a treat. They're going to go destroy the world, such as the devil, to find this happiness. Because they are focused externally, and it generates from within you. So there would never be no war if someone felt the very life that they are. It's overwhelmingly happiness. It makes you just want to jump up and down for no reason. You don't try to love people. There is no morality. It actually just flows right out of you. And when you feel this love inside of you, it's the greatest thing ever. You just love all of life because you're connected to life itself. The castle is missing its wizard. You like to drink coffee, Carol? Yeah, hate is hard work. It it literally, yeah, it takes more energy to hate. Because ego's growing and everyone is in trap. What up, Jimbo? What up, Skyke? Liam? Thank you, C. Harris. Yeah, I mean, I'm not different than nobody else, nor am I better. I am just life. And it's, we all have experiences. We all have letdowns, and we all go through sadness and anger. It's just the fact that you have to overcome those emotions, or else they pull you down and you get stuck in this reality. My lessons, I've just overcame them very early. That's what makes me me. Anyway, some people don't get over a lesson their whole entire life because they're so absurd, they're so ignorant, they're caught up in the mind. And as we just said a little bit ago, 15 minutes ago, you can create any thought you want. You can change any idea you want immediately. And you can overcome anything immediately. That's the crazy thing is, when you get over something, maybe it takes you years, but when you get over it, it happens immediately. Yeah. Anyways, we are all life, and that's what we're here for. To be in happiness, to be in love, and then we guide each other to love and to happiness. So we're all in this. Hello, overcome anything. What about when they control you? No one's controlling you. That's just your thought about it. It was never such a thing. And if you think somebody's controlling you, then you're giving your power away. And there's no such thing. And if you do think someone's controlling you, well, then you have to overcome it. Instantly, too. When it does happen. The only way they can really control you is they actually control, if they do, they control your belief. in the way you view something. But as we said, you can have any belief and create any thought and change it at any given moment. Fear is the heart of love. A good God does not create evil. No, he allows you to be and have free will. There's really no such thing as evil. That's just your label. I could think you're evil, but that's not true. Someone else could think you're not evil. You also could think that an evil person, they can think, their thinking can justify anything. They lack empathy. But just as you justify this is evil in your head, they justify this is right. Okay? So where's the truth? Well, it is our intuition, and it's how stuff makes us feel. You're not going to kill someone, not because society has laws. That's not why you're doing it. Not at all. Because people still do it. And why they do it is because they're not feeling their intuition. God is always directing us. Life is always showing us what is right. And it shows us what's right through the feel of it. I'm not going to kill somebody because I know it feels wrong. I don't have to think about it. So your gut is on 24/7, and it tells you which way to go and what to do. This is God himself. This is how he speaks to you. And atheists, which are fine, or people that say God never speaks to them, is funny because he's always speaking to you all the time. He speaks when your mind is silent, when you have awareness. It's your intuition. Okay? These are not feelings as in emotions. It's way beyond that. And this is something you actually feel, which is why people miss this. Imagine explaining to a caveman or someone that's stuck in their mind that thinks like an animal, even someone who's addicted. You think that they're going to understand something that they can't see? They do feel it, but they've learned to ignore it. Why do I keep touching my face? It does not matter to you. Yeah, and that's like way beyond the point. Yeah. My nose, my nose is like running. That's why. And it randomly started on stream. Yeah. It's like, it's not running though. That's the thing. It's like, yeah. It's almost a weird itch. But now you know. Now you guys know. I didn't know if that was worthy to tell. God does control the world. Opiate itch. I don't have opiates on my mind. But obviously you do. So, and that's fine with me. Because I allow you to have your own thoughts. They're not mine. They don't bother me. There is nothing wrong with you, Lucy. If you say there's something wrong with you, then you will automatically feel negative. You will say there's something wrong with the very life you're being. You're saying there's something wrong with life. Life is the area in the forest. It's the ocean. It's the sky. And you're saying something is wrong with life. But there's nothing wrong at all. Our whole life is just the way we label something. And it's our reaction to it. Every person, even movies and TV shows, they're all trying to evoke. They want you to react. So that's why they scare you. Like a movie. But if you're not scared, nothing's going to scare you. It's coming from within. If you're happy and already feel love, doesn't matter if someone else is angry. That's them. But they're going to want you to feel their anger. Anybody that's angry doesn't want to be angry, for one, because it sucks to feel that. It does. Two, you want to feel happiness, and you want to feel love. But somebody who's angry, they reacted. Something made them angry, whether it was somebody or a situation. But it was just life. They're just mislabeling it. If somebody's sad, they want to make you feel sad. Misery loves company. So your whole basis of reality is just the way you react to it. If you always act in love, you always act full of joy, or commend God on your side, then there's simply no other reaction. There's no shock. There's no not knowing. The only thing to know is love. If you feel love inside of you, then you're not worried about the future. You already know it's going to be filled with love. Worrying is a negative cognition or connation. Don Coyote, you're getting obsessed with a story. We're not even talking about that right now. And you're just viewing that from a negative standpoint, or you're calling it stupid. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can think however you want and feel however you want. We are talking about feeling the life we are right now, though. Hell is not created. It's created in the mind. Hence, when you do hellish acts, when you cast out and feel negative, well, then you go to a hell-like place after you die. Nine, Aether. Yeah. I mean, that's just the meaning of particularly what you have for it. Just as the swastika, some people have different meanings, but it's also an ancient symbol. Yeah. Looks like you're still in the valley of despair. That's the way it looks. And it's alright if you see that as stupid, Dawn. I I wouldn't get caught up in I wouldn't get glued to that one thing that you think stupid. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I wouldn't spend your whole life just on this is stupid, this one little thing. It's it's neutral. Yeah. And you're fine to think and feel however you want. And so is everybody in here. I allow all thoughts and perspectives. Yeah. And thank you all for being here. I just want happiness for all you guys. I want you guys to feel the very life you are. There's nothing outside of this. And it's the best thing ever. Yeah. But I appreciate everybody's comments. Just no negative spamming, because then you ruin the party for everybody else. Forgive those who do not know. That's why Chewy and Zolt Because when you get stuck in the mind, you will start to have devilish thoughts. You will resist life. So then you will antagonize life. You will poke fun at life. And you will resist it. But simply, we are all life under all our ideas and emotions. It's just life. It's just neutral. It's just positivity. Now, if you don't feel this, again, when you poke fun at somebody or whatever it is, you feel negative in the mind, you're trying to evoke it out of somebody else. You want to feel some love, but you go trying to get it from the outer world. Not everybody is going to give you love because they're not in that state. Most of the world is inside of their mind. They think this and they think that. Some people think that they're smarter than everybody else and that they're always right. Two different sides. But do you see how everybody is thinking their own thing? Which makes what you think disappointment. And it's regardless of what you think. Because there's billions of other people that have their own thought. But you can actually feel your life. It's beyond the thought. It is your liveliness. You tap into it and become it. It takes a little bit of concentration. It takes a little bit of will to get here, because you have to want to get here. But it's right here inside of you, and it's what you really want to know. Because when you feel this love, then you know it all. There's nothing else to know. There's no more questions that leave you wondering. And yeah. So when you're living in the mind, you're not going to feel the very life you are. And especially when you're not aware of how the mind is making your body feel, then your mind's just going to go all over the place. We are all life, and we all feel the same fundamental life. Yeah. It's something you actually have to feel, though. It's the whole point of our existence. Some people call this God. Some call it Christ. Some call it just life. But all of this and why you're existing is to feel why you exist, not create an idea that eventually leads to you astray. Thank you, Tara Matthews. If they find out what they are wrong stuff, they not go. Yeah, because they're people that are stuck in the mind, they don't have empathy. They're not feeling their reality. So they'll go kick a dog or they'll hurt somebody because they're not aware of the energy they're giving off. In their mind, it's saying it's righteous, or it just doesn't have a righteous feeling in the mind. neutral. But when you actually feel your aura, your intuition, you're not going to go do these things because they'll make you feel negative, bad. It's going against the flow of life and the resistance towards it. Yeah. No, I'm not confused with ethics and logic. There's no such thing. Yeah. Your soul is something for you to feel. It gets covered up by your judgments and just by overthinking. Hello, Kennedy. There's no such thing as common sense. Common sense would be an idea or something that you think would be common sense. But someone may have never experienced what you experienced. Someone may have simply never opened a car door. And you'd be like, you idiot. You're stupid. You don't know how to do it. Maybe the kid or teenager never opened up a car door. So common sense is just something you value. Yeah, hello, Falcon. Hello, hello, JM. Brokey, you're just assuming stuff, and you can assume some more stuff. It's never ending. Yeah, doesn't mean nothing to me. Yeah, ignorance creates a lot of sinful behavior. The problem with that is people don't know when they're living in ignorance. So you could even say to them, but it's not going to register. Simply, that's why you have to suffer and be so mad or so upset that that you actually want to overcome it. If you never fully suffer, you'll never fully want to find out what reality really is. This is why we're all meant to suffer, basically, so we get over it, so it never affects us again, and we're on top of it. We find love. We figure what life is really about, which is just feeling life. Now, let's just say you got angry. We've all been angry before. Or you've been sad. But let's just say you keep getting angry throughout your life. You keep getting angry, you keep getting angry, you keep getting angry. It's the same experience. It's the same feeling. If you knew anger makes you angry, why would you keep casting it? Why would you keep creating the same experience that you don't like? No one likes anger. They like happiness and love. Why, if you had anger, why would you keep wanting to live in that experience of anger? It's literally the same experience repeating. The why and the cause of it may be different, but you're still feeling the same on the inside. When you don't let nothing bother you, then nothing bothers you. Yeah. If I explain that, Coyote, I'm just giving you my interpretation. You can simply reject my interpretation. It's literally how you view it. If God killed his only son to save you from hell, well, that's a good thing. He didn't kill you, so I don't know why you hate it. You know, I want to say it has nothing to do with you because he didn't kill you. Don't. Capitalism only affects you when it's on your mind all the time. Yeah. And it's even beyond that. It's already here. You're either going to accept it or all your life go against it. Whatever you choose about capitalism or whatever, whoever, don't act in anger. Anger is going to take you to the wrong place. Fizz accepts 125 an hour. That's for an individual one-on-one. And for people who want more, again, you're just going on your logic about it. But there's no logic about it. You're just tuning into a thought, oh yeah, he gets it. Has nothing to do. In fact, I give so much stuff for free. Like, I'm not talking even about, like, people on here. I'm talking I've gave so much stuff, basically all my life for free. When I give stuff for free for people, they don't even do it. So why should I give anything for free? They don't actually do it. The only people who actually want something from me, believe it or not, Paris, which you haven't came to this yet, I will bring you and guide you right there for free. When someone pays you for something, then that's when they actually want to learn something or they want to change their life. Yeah. And just as simple as that, someone has to come to you if they want help. Did you ever give advice to somebody and you were right about the advice, but they simply just didn't listen to you? They didn't care? Because they didn't care about your advice. They weren't really listening, and it wasn't even meant to be given to them. Yeah. Most of my stuff is for free anyway, so. Hello, Lego. Slavery is not justified. Yeah, exactly. I've gave people free. I give people advice all my life. They literally go and do the opposite. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like as soon as you start to make money, which we already know this. Yeah, it's pointless. Yeah, the information is now incorrect. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna get into science right now. I can't. Science is just an analysis. It doesn't make anything true. And more importantly, who are these scientists? I don't know these scientists. So who are they? Let me meet them. Let me see what they're doing. And let me review and analyze them. So who are these scientists? Who wrote these textbooks? And was the writer there when it actually happened? Is it just his perspective? Or was he paid to put that in there? Hmm. Well, thank you for being in here, Lego. Yeah, who is Jesus Christ to me? It's the story of Jesus Christ. But who he is to me, um, he's a loving brother, and he is love. He's actually the feel of love, also the idea of love, but more importantly, we want to feel the love. That's what really matters. Yeah, Gabrielle. And to me, Jesus Christ, to, to sum that up, or the ultimate, you could call him many of things, but to me, he is God. Some people don't say he's not. And he is more so the physical representation of God himself, because God, which is omnipresent, and he is also the feel of life. God is everything. So he doesn't have, we can't make a statue of God. There's no physical representation of God. So hence, this is where Jesus Christ comes in. Yeah. And I know some people say Jesus isn't God, you know. So to me, it sounds like he is. You know, I don't really see a difference between the two. But again, that is my interpretation. I'm not trying to make anybody angry. I'm not really trying to pick a side. I'm not trying to divide us even more. But I have heard people say Jesus Christ isn't God. First of all, we're all children of God. So our Father is God. We are a part of it. Yeah. Some people don't believe even Jesus was real. Okay. Not going to be angry at you. Some people say it's just something metaphysical. That's okay. And there are a bunch of other perspectives, even though some of those are few and far between. Yeah. I'm not going to act like I haven't seen these other perspectives. I'm not going to act like they don't exist because, well, they're in people's minds and it's their perspective. So instead of pulling us apart, we should be pulling us together. So, great question, Gabrielle. I'm glad, Carol. Yeah. Finding love in your life, not physically from somebody else, not through sexual intimacy. This is the greatest thing to know, because then you're fine with whatever happens. The material world doesn't roll you. Yeah. Uh, God bless you all. Yeah. Rose from the dead. That could mean that he was dead to the world, but then he awakened to his true nature, infinite love. Whether he did that or not, most of us really weren't there to see it. And who's to say it is possible? So, again, it's just your interpretation of that. Love is not warm, fuzzy feelings in our belly. Well, it is. And that is just what you think of it. So whatever you think of it is what you allow. Hello, serving my Redeemer. What is the trick to make the slave being your property forever? Jalen. Without ego, there's only God. Well, I'm glad you're past the supreme Aether Nimrod. I'm glad you're past the religion and God concept. Then there must just be something more that's keeping you alive, which is just life itself. God has no brain, so he can't love. He has no brain because that's what makes him everything. He expands everywhere. Similarly, when you drop all your thinking and you have no brain, then you actually become everything too. Who would have thought? But this is no thought. It's an experience. And then you feel love. Love is not an emotion. It's the state of life. And this can be proven, though you may not feel it. Logically, the life that you are, it has to have a fundamental feel. And since that it is living, it has positivity. In life, positivity, and love, they're all the same. Laughter, happiness, just different words. They are literally living inside of you. It is the feel of your life. The words, they transcribe to words, but it's way beyond the word itself. Yeah. Only you can block your happiness. Only you can stop this love through the division of your thoughts. And anything that you don't like or that makes you feel negative, that is a false reality. It's a false feeling. The Bible says slavery is okay, but being selfish. Yeah. Thank you, August Morton. Thank you, Falcon. I hope you're all filled with happiness. Don't limit your happiness to yourself. Don't think it's me, me, me. Don't contain your happiness. Then you will feel limitations. You're meant to express your happiness, and you're meant to enjoy your world. You're meant to spread your happiness. If you contain it, you're going to feel like some type of constriction. But thank you, serving my Redeemer. Slavery is wrong. Yeah. People become slaves to their mind. They're jailed in one thought, in one perspective. Hello, Dave Eater. Hey, boss. Came out today.
Yep.
A little late. Whack-a-troll. That's actually really funny. Y'all clear, you can't take it. Hey, Matt the Visionary. Yeah, final boss. We've already had some bosses in here, Matt the Visionary. So everybody in here is their own boss. Yeah. If that would be the pinnacle of thinking, though, because if you think somebody else is the boss, such as anybody other than God or life, if you don't think you're the boss, in control of your life and how you think and feel, then you give that power away. It's not somebody else outside of you. It's when you allow that power to seep into somebody else or something. Spread and share, Moose. Hello, Chris Gardner. Oh. Everybody wants to feel right. They actually want to think right too. And beyond what you think is right, because we went over this, what you feel, the life, your intuition, that is always right. Unless you go against it, then you're going to feel something wrong. You're going to feel something you don't prefer. Life is always guiding you. It comes with the box. We just might not know the instructions. We all come with this guidance from life. Guidance from God. Because it's simply built in with life. That's why all this is happening. We are connected to it. Only the mind can block your intuition, which way to go, what you need to do. The mind is like blinders, and it's just an analysis. And you can create any thought you want. But again, this is what divides us from actually feeling the reality, is being too caught in our thoughts. Okay? Do you want an analysis of something? Or do you actually want to feel it? Yeah. What is life? What is it? Do you want me to tell you a story? It may be fascinating, but then the story's over and then you go on with your life. What is life? Do you want to read a science textbook with a bunch of fancy words? Do you want to think more about life and keep thinking and then keep on never ending thinking? Life is actually, when you stop thinking, then you absorb into life itself. It's the only way to feel God, because you actually want to feel it. Life itself and all of this reality and the feeling of God, it's actually a feel. It's not an emotion, and it's not an idea. And there are techniques to get here. And simply, it's your fundamental nature. Yeah. Thanks for the donation. Don't let anybody call your boss. That's backwards. I appreciate you serving my Redeemer. What a great name. And we really laid out like the sticks today. I mean, I don't think it could have been more clear and more residential. Yeah. I appreciate you, though, serving my Redeemer. Sorry, son of a B. I'm son of a G. Yeah. Yeah, it's like dog, God. Although, like, I'm very thankful we can put this into practice. I'm thankful for the donation, and you can even say it made me happy. But I didn't it didn't change who I am. I'm still explaining. I'm still happy. Still in control. Still laughing. Still loving. You know? So, we can't let the outside situations mess with fundamentally what we are. Okay? That's the trick. The game is not to outsource your power. It's to focus on the inside. But thanks for all the donations today. Thankful for YouTube for taking a third of all donations, and I think money you make off of YouTube. And my mom brought up a good point, because I just told her this yesterday. YouTube they do take a third, but they take 33%. Okay? That didn't click. Stuff is always clicking, though. You got to understand, once you become very aware, once you become in meditation itself, its selfness, everything is clicking. It's actually almost too much to even see all the stuff that's clicking. The numbers, the signs from animals, the situation that's going on from a person in front of you. It's a lot to take in. That's why we're in a shell. Once you break out of the shell, then you can take in everything. Okay? What I'm getting at, though, is everything is synchronized. People are talking about a can of peas or green beans on my live 2 days ago. The day before it, I went and got green beans for my mother. Okay? I thought about Matt the Visionary. Yes, it happened back to back. I thought about him yesterday. 5 minutes later, he texts me. And the only reason I didn't get to text him right away, that was telepathic communication, by the way. The only reason that I didn't text him right away, because I was eating, and I was sending a message to somebody else, so. Yeah. And what I'm getting at is everything is actually working for you. And yes, everything is synchronized so much that you spend all day deciphering it, and then more stuff would be synchronizing. You'd spend your whole life synchronizing everything. It's simply all happening. Yeah. Nothing is not synchronizing. Yeah. When people don't resonate with you, whether in person or online, that's because something else is just more resonating with you. More in synchronization. Yeah, that's true, Amazon. Again, people's ideas, you like to be accepted, and I understand that a lot of societies like this. You got to understand this is the Matrix. This is part of the game. People are just agreeing on other ideas. It's just an idea. You know? So usually your idea is really someone else's idea. Did you really think of it on your own? Come to that conclusion on your own? Or is this just what a bunch of other people think? Yeah. What's in my pipe? Everything. God himself is in the pipe. And damn, it tastes good. Yeah. Frank Bro said, let it flow like a river. Yeah. As soon as we put up a dam, we hate life because everything is life. So love everything and forgive those that don't. As soon as we hate life or resist to why the person in front of us is not moving fast enough, we put a dam into the flow of life. It's already flowing. Just let it flow. Hence, don't think about it. Life will guide itself. It guides the ants to make an ant hill. It guides birds to migrate. And it guides ants, life itself, to go get food. So when we resist life, if it feels negative, if anything you feel negative, it's not true. It's a false belief. You may think it's a true belief, but really it's creating resistance. So, anything that, what I just said. Hello, Sideshow Bob. Yeah. Yeah. You basically have to walk with the dark to come into the light. It's just, if you never knew the dark, you would never want to get out of it. The reason why we come here on this planet, because in heaven, if you are in heaven, it's very easy. You don't. It's not much of a university. And if you're addicted to like smoking cigarettes, or you have a belief in your head, in heaven you attract that. So you're just a bunch of you're around the same people in heaven as your thought structure. Okay? So it's hard for you in heaven to gain a perspective, a new one, another one. And if you're around the same people, again, you're not really growing. There's nothing you're really learning. So if you have an addiction, instead of hanging around a bunch of addicts in heaven, we go to earth, which is the university. It's actually harder, so we can get to God faster. Yeah. It's complex and it's whatever, but yeah. What I'm saying though is earth is an opportunity, and it's to overcome everything, to embarrass yourself, to get over all humiliation, and so you become with God. It is one of the hardest places to be. Yeah. And it's not when you're not there in love, it's it's can be hard. It can be hard to get there. It's supposed to be. If you ever had an original thought, well, not really, because before there were thoughts, it's just, if you think about cavemen, they weren't really thinking, but they weren't aware of their life and what they were doing. Doesn't mean they were evil or even bad. They were just, they were unconscious. We right now have the opportunity, over time, to become conscious. New Age religion. That's what it. That's well, if that's what it sounds like to you, I mean, that's that's totally up to you, and you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch ever again. God bless you, though. Good morning, Renee. Yeah, yeah, Jay Lamb. And I don't know what you mean by agnostic. I don't have any clue what you mean. Yeah. And anything that I'm saying, you can actually just feel. It's, but I mean, obviously, you have to feel it yourself. And you will know other things. All of that is apart from the side knowledge. It's already ascribed in stories, whether it's mythological, such as the Greek. It's also instated in the Bible. They're just different ways of explaining things. Okay? Regardless, the only real thing is to know love. Beside what I was just talking about. And yeah, that's to feel love. Yeah. It's also written in the text. It's just deciphered. Yeah. But I know I don't really get what you're asking, Zolt. Sorry. Choosing rocks for flavor? Doesn't matter to me. I don't know why you want to cast your negativity on me. We're not talking about feelings if you're talking to me, Don. There is a feel of reality because how else would you know it? You're seeing it. There's reality going on. And then you have an idea about it. It is literally more than an idea because an idea is just an analysis. You can actually feel the reality. Okay? Plants communicate with each other. You communicate with your dog. Your dog feels you. Your dog doesn't know Spanish. It's never read the English dictionary. It feels your vibrations. And to get to here, you have to be stillness. And you have to feel. It's not an emotion. If it was emotion, I could. And another thing is, I can control my emotions. I'm so angry. Now I'm sad. Now I'm happy. That's a real master. And do you see how I just can do whatever? Usually you create a feeling, which is an emotion, through your thought. I mean, it's always through your thought. Okay? But beyond and before the thought is actually just the feel of life, which is a positive thing. It's not my opinion. It's yeah. You would simply have to feel it yourself. It's not a. It's not even a perspective, and it's not subjective to the person. Yeah. Though it even may seem like it to your mind, it's we all feel this inside of us. it rings true. Clean hands, no cares, and no worries. Hello, Jeff West Bay. Hey, you know that is a homeless tool bag? And not enough you don't love, then you create resistance. You limit who you are. So you're going to feel restricted. You're just not going to feel as good. I don't know what makes you think I'm homeless. I don't know what makes a tool bag. And if you think my beard is terrible, then go on about your day. It's not what I think. And you could think that I think it looks good. I simply don't think nothing about it. So your opinion doesn't matter. And neither does mine. So, thanks for that, though. I wish you happiness. My beard is just happening. It's just here. It's beyond beauty. I don't know if you're talking to me, Zolt, about the atheist. That's just what you're describing me here, Boof. And I don't really care what you think of me. And you could say I look like all those things. And if you allow yourself, here's the kicker. But you might have resistance. You can say I'm beautiful. You could say I'm really smart. And you could actually feel that you love me. You might not have the balls to do it. Yeah. Yeah, when you feel a sound, that's great. You're feeling my sound, which I can tell you, it's coming from the heart. It's why it resonates with people. But some people's minds, it's not going to resonate with. You feel a sound, it's just that. When you have light, it's just happening. It's just there. There's no good or bad. Yeah. And you actually feel it. Joe Felony, you've been coming in here like multiple times. Yeah. And I wouldn't call someone in here pathetic. So you guys are free to mute him Yeah. Calling me pathetic is one thing, as you've already basically been doing to me. But calling someone else in here, they're free to do their free will. She can think you're pathetic. The whole world can think you're pathetic. Yeah. And I have debated you all the times that you were in here. Bye, Joe. The haters are in the chat on proof. Nah. The haters only hate themselves. And when you don't accept yourself beyond them, when you don't accept yourself in reality as it is, then you reject yourself. You become these words, insecure, which is just a restriction of your life force. Yeah. You're either resisting to the world, to life, or you're non-resisting. Life will tell you what it needs to be done. Lego, you can go in anybody's chat, though, and even Jesus. There's people that like the devil. There's people that hate the devil. There's going to be people in everybody's chat, in everybody's comments. People are just going to hate. Again, it's not coming from outside of them. The hate is being generated from within them. They feel hate. They create it. It has nothing to do from the outside. Though to the mind, it appears this way. Okay? Again, they judge a book by its cover because they don't feel. They're stuck in their mind. Even if I was this well-groomed guy, maybe the best-looking guy ever, let's just say I was, you're still going to point out a flaw in me. And this old, beautiful guy, or however old, let's say he's 30, 25, he's going to get old. You're going to die. It's all going to be over. And again, let's just say he is the most beautiful guy. There's going to be some women out there and some guys that are not going to like him, not going to think he's beautiful. But Lego, your reception, I'm not trying to get different reception, for one, even though it may seem like it. Obviously, because I have this going on. We already know this. This isn't. I'm not hiding this. Okay. And two, fundamentally, this is how we all look like. At least, this is how we all look like. Women naturally grow armpit hair and hair all over their body. So, if it naturally happens, then how is that disgusting or wrong? But I know you and some other people are going to say it's wrong and disgusting. But how? If it's naturally happening, you're trying to create something that's already perfect. Beyond this, Lego, the reception, you're putting what other people think, it has nothing to do with what you think. I understand it seems like it, but you're putting your perspective and views into other people's perspective and views. So other people's heads are getting into your head. Obviously, you know this. What I'm saying, though, is it has nothing to do with outside of you. You become content, love, from inside of you. Yeah. And when you feel love, you feel this from inside of you. Yeah, I mean, there is that quote that don't judge a book by its cover. And I could see, Matt, that, and as with anyone, sometimes we'll probably wrap it up after this. I could see that if you believed in something, but if someone doesn't take action, then nothing is going to happen in their life or change. So I could see where if you stopped believing, maybe you felt better. And maybe eventually there was work to be done or action to be taken. That believing is one thing. Taking physical action is different. Most people don't do this part. I know a lot of people that follow Christianity, or they are Christians. You know this too. And they don't, what do? Go to church every Sunday? They might not even go to church at all. I never see them pray over their food. I never see them to ever really be thankful. And then they exclude everybody except their friends list, which are usually very small. They don't even talk to their neighbors. So, some Christians, they're not even, and this just goes with anybody and everybody, they're not really practicing the Bible. You know? It's almost like they're using this as it's just something they believe in. It has no practice in their life. Yeah. And I see this all the time. I'm not saying everybody, obviously. Well, God, Don Coyote, He's allowing you to have that thought so He does understand you. Reality understands you. Because it's allowing you to have that transgression. It's simply allowing you to have that thought. So that shows He has allowance, free will. He accepts you. Hello, Samuel Levin. Bible thumping and studying. That is true, but even the belief and faith can actually, it can get you there. So I get what you're saying though, Lego, for some people, but yeah, the fear and the hell is really created from the mind. Sir, beyond the belief, and I'm not forcing any beliefs, or I feel the presence of life. I feel the very life inside of me. Simple as that. When you go to sleep, you basically die. But who is keeping you alive when you go to sleep? How are you waking up the next day? Hello. Good morning. I'm filming a video, so. But you feel this? This is what we all want to feel. And if you've ever felt genuine love, that was God himself. God is the feel of life, or the feel of love. Yeah. So the belief is more than that, but you could say I believe in it. I actually had no belief before, if that makes sense. I wasn't sure what people were talking about, and I've never really heard about it. Again, there were Christians maybe around me, people going to church. I really didn't go to church. Not because it was a choice, because when I was young, I was just never put through it. But regardless, I've never seen I went to Catholic and Christianity schools, basically. I've never seen anybody outside of church, very rarely, and it was very random people. They've never talked about church outside of church. All this happiness and all the teachings from church, I've never seen people express this, ever. Very rarely. Especially not in school, though. And if I did see this happiness and this love, I would have probably taken interest in this. Okay? So, yeah. Hello, Epon, Emon. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Just laugh a little. Don't take things that serious. When you laugh and when you invite love, that's when God shows his face. Don Coyote, it's much deeper than that, but yeah. I'm not going to go over that. That's something very individual. That hell was originally for Satan and his angels. Yeah, there has to be a place to reside for them. They all have duties. They're not bad duties. And not necessarily good, but it is good. It's happening. It's purification. God doesn't love devils. His love is inside of the devil. The devil, the life is inside of him, which is from God himself. Simply by doing good deeds and feeling your righteous intuition, that's how to know you're not going to hell. Hell is being unaware, simply being unaware of your actions. Man is mine. That's true. That's true, Jay West Bay. Thanks for your input. Yeah. But hell is, you gotta, a lot of stuff is exaggeration and taking out of context. Hell is not necessarily a bad place. You may label it that. It's an exaggeration, for one. Okay, it's a purification system beyond good and bad. And okay, so in hell, it's not. It wasn't meant to be. I don't know. We talked about it so much. Yeah. Yeah. Hell wasn't. Yeah, it's. Again, it's just an over exaggeration. Okay, it's hell was meant for people. What I was getting at is for people who are completely unaware of their life. These are like very evil, corrupt people. You probably don't even see these people because they operate behind closed doors. Hell isn't something. Hell is for them. It's if you're torturing animals, if you're stealing and robbing, all of that energy is just, you're just creating that coming back to you. Yeah. Okay. You're just ignorant of empathy. You're ignorant of your intuition. It tells you what is right. Hell, even people that are negative and bad, hell is for people like really, that are really like stuck in their head. Most people, even people in this chat, are most likely not going to hell. Okay? It's not happening. Hell is, that's what I mean. It's over exaggerated. If you see someone completely evil, sometimes they fake it too. Those people are going, such as people who are going, creating genocides, Hitler. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You have to be. That's who hell's really for. Okay. You basically create your own hell. Yeah, it's not. Let them be. Yeah. But I wouldn't even get caught up in that. It's yeah. Again, it's supposed to serve its purpose to the people that don't love and live in ignorance. Yeah. Yeah. It's the animalistic. Yeah, yeah. It is J West Best Bay. And we did kind of touch upon that real quick earlier, and more somewhat yesterday too. Let him be Animith Moranith. Uh. So the devil lives in hell because he doesn't feel love, but he's acting in ignorance, and he's causing suffering to other people. So, serving my Redeemer. Yeah. 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 Again, if you're living a life of love, happiness, there's no reason to even worry about hell. Yeah, I understand that, Kingfisher. It says destruction. That could happen, sir. That definitely could happen. Yeah. As soon as you turn into love, and especially at the moment you're about to die, yeah, that it's definitely possible. Because then you're tuned into love. So hell is the absent of source, Alley Cat, for sure. And yeah, it is karma. Karma is something basically Indians and maybe Buddha. It's literally the same thing as sins. Kind of, but they're pretty similar. Okay? Karma doesn't mean good or bad. It means your intention. But so if your intention was to cause anger, it's going to just come back to you. Okay? Karma is just taking action, basically, or cause and effect. Well, I mean, the Bible does lay out things that are. It's a guide to life, and it does lay out righteous things. I mean, yeah. Do people follow those righteous things? No, probably not all the time, but yeah, it's kind of a given. If everyone did follow scripture, the world would be a Garden of Eden. That's an interesting interpretation, Jeff Westbay. Eternity smoking or not? Yeah, Satan is a lower expression of God. It's going against God forcibly, and it's just resisting. It's resisting love. It's resisting in itself. Yeah. It feels bad. That's why people consider it wrong. And yeah, so first, both it feels bad and it is wrong. But again, that judgment's up to God. Yeah. Matt Crackett, good. I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair. I'll work for God and caps aren't my gifts. Hello, boing, bong and Koisi. If you love me, yeah, that's true. It's when you find the love inside of you, and you feel the very life you are. Simply, it's your nature. Yeah. And we're all here to find this. So Carol said, even loving other people and doing good deeds, that is true because you do want to feel God inside yourself. You want to feel the very nature of your being. And then life is pretty much over at that point because you're satisfied forever. That's the final desire after all desires, and it's the final goal. Okay, so that is true, Carol. Obviously, you already know that, but for everybody else, that's what I'm saying. People could mistranslate that. And most importantly, just because you read the Bible or simply because you read anything doesn't mean you actually understand it or means you put it into practice. So, yeah, this is why there are priests. This is why there was a Jesus and many others to guide us, you know. That's the whole point of the church, is to guide us. It's not meant to be something to control us or force. If you force something, people are going to have oppression against you. They're going to naturally resist if you try to force somebody to do anything. If you force someone to have sex with you, it's not going to feel the same, nowhere near, as if someone willingly and freely has sex with you. Not even the same. We talked about this the other day. But I thank you all for being here. I love you all. Just stop antagonizing people. Let things be. Try to connect with people. Don't resist it. No, we're here to build a commune, to share perspectives and ideas. So spread your love and spread your joy. Should we not speak about injustice? No, you should. Yeah, that goes against it. You definitely should. Now, you speak out of it as in righteousness, not from a place of hate or anger, because then you're just going to make the people that are doing it, you're going to make them more angry, more upset. That goes with even criminals. You have to approach them with love. The only way to beat the devil, you're not going to beat him more angry by being more angrier. You're just going to be angry in return. And you're just going to become a bigger devil. Okay? You're only going to beat the devil and defeat reality by love itself, kindness. Thank you all for being here. Jeff West Bay. Serving the Redeemer, Matt the Visionary, Euphoria. Yeah. Mike Live. Renee. Just allow love. Anybody that's arguing or doing whatever, someone's not moving fast enough in front of you, God's trying to teach you patience. Make every choice out of love. No more arguments. No more complaining. And you'll welcome God's love into your heart. And you'll live the best life. Alley Cat. Yeah, it's a feel of calming ground. Okay? It's beyond the thoughts. It's the feel of the life we are. And I term it a liveliness. If you can fully feel alive right now, in the liveliness you are, you will see that you'll come to see that you'll just won't be thinking, and you won't care about thinking, because you realize that you're the feel of life. Yeah. And then you're completely satisfied for the rest of your life. It's always happening inside of us. And no matter who you are, you can feel this. That is true, Jeff Westbay. You're dropping some golden nuggets. Everything visible is controlled by the invisible. Yeah, that's like the whole masking, the whole veil. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's a golden nugget. I'm batshit crazy. I'm probably the calmest person you ever known. And I'm not, I don't think I'm really acting crazy. But if you do see me on that, then I hope you get a laugh. And I hope you still love me. Yeah, it's funny. There you go. J. West Bay. It's funny when they say these nursery rhymes like, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Yeah, it's very, there's like a hidden story, significance of it. A child's not going to understand that. But yeah, that is a very, very deep one. And it's crazy to even like have the thought about it. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Caprian. I love all you guys. No, they don't. You are crazy. Well, that's what you think. I mean, I am crazy. Crazy, crazy for God. Crazy about life. And you shouldn't judge me. All right, I'll see you guys. I seem overwhelmed and lost. Well, that's what it seems, but yeah. Or so it seems. I'll see you guys later. See you, Samuel. Thank you, Eli Zev. Hey, shark teeth is a good thing. Oh, you didn't mean me? Okay, thank you. See you serving my Redeemer, Alley Cat. Keep a smiley face. Yeah, it's always rolling. I'm gonna be on tomorrow in the morning. Yeah, I was definitely a little late today. Tomorrow in the AM, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Have the best day of your lives. Spread your wisdom. And spread your love. Thank you, Mike Live. Sideshow Bob. Sounds like a vendor on the side, like a food truck. Oh, thank you, Chewy. I forgot you were still in here. 7 a.m.